Hey guys, welcome back to our thrilling detective story, where we unveil criminal mysteries. The female coroner finds Will again, hoping he'll help analyze the case, but will insist she restart her own murder case, looking for evidence to prove his innocence. Under Will's firm insistence, the female coroner reluctantly agrees. After analyzing the case files, Will immediately concludes that the body is well preserved, and the killer didn't intend to dispose of it. He suspects the victim temporarily regained consciousness to escape, but ended up dying unexpectedly. Will speculates that the body might be hidden in a secret location and suggests that searching upstream from the body's location will surely lead to discovery. Will's guess turns out to be correct, as Hannibal uses his keen sense of smell to detect a corn scent in the body. He decides to investigate a warehouse alone, immediately climbing up when he spots a locked area. Through the top window, he sees a gruesome artwork made of bodies, but notices a gap in the middle just as someone enters the warehouse. This person is likely the serial killer. Soon after, the police find the warehouse based on Will's analysis. At this moment, Jack doesn't realize that Hannibal has already beaten them here, looking like this. I certainly didn't. The police then brought all the bodies back to the laboratory. After testing, they find one body differs significantly, replacing the small black figure in the center of the artwork and missing a leg. What happened to his foot? Maybe the killer chopped it off. What a connoisseur. In fact, in that chilling scene, the discarded leg of the deceased is being skillfully sliced by Hannibal, a man renowned for his unparalleled culinary talent and who can truly be called the world's most culinary savvy gentleman. Gain Uncle Bal's approval, and yell feel his heartfelt love for the judge, however, angered his friend. The judge got his eyes gouged out the next day. His heart and brain were taken by the killer, who just wanted to vent for his friend. The whole fiasco began during a trial, where Will was charged with deliberate homicide. The prosecution claims that Will was influenced by the killer Hobbs, leading him to murder 4 blossoming young women. He even killed and ate Hobbs' daughter Abby, while Jack tries to defend Will. However, Jack's boss tells him they must establish that Will is the killer to restore the police's image. The court trial continues as the prosecution presents nearly undeniable evidence against Will. The police found over 40 pieces of evidence in Will's home, enough to point him as the killer. The lawyer believes Will can synchronize with the killer's thoughts because he himself is a murderer. If I give him one more push, I would really break him and achieve balance between these evidences and the matter. Husting together, the atmosphere shifts dramatically after hearing Jack's words. Clearly, he's not pleased with Jack, while Will's lawyer looks rather excited. Jack's speech cannot exonerate Will, but it certainly brings renewed momentum and hope to the second trial. While they are discussing, a mysterious package arrives, and upon opening, it surprises a human ear. The coroner finds out that the ear was severed less than 2 days ago and bears no fingerprints. This has nothing to do with Will at all, and Hannibal claims it's a gift from the killer to Will. Hannibal visits Will in prison, informing him that perhaps the ear could serve as evidence to help him clear his name. The female coroner checks again and discovers that the knife she used is identical to the one Will had. But during the trial, that knife had been sent to the evidence room, and it seems someone tampered with it. Jack rushes to the bailiff's home, but all he finds left is a charred corpse. The crime scene is essentially an upgraded remix of previous cases. Jack reports the case to the judge, believing Will's status as a murderer needs to be re-evaluated. However, the judge believes Will has denied the police's accusations, plus the evidence is solid. Hannibal finds Will again, this time arriving with case files which he hands over to him, urging him to conduct a thorough analysis of the crime scene. After analyzing, Will deduces that the killers are different. The victims were actually conscious when their organs were taken, whereas this killer first murdered the bailiff before taking organs. Will accepts Hannibal's advice, and Hannibal appears as a witness in the retrial. The judge declares Hannibal's testimony inadmissible, and Will is jailed once again. The next day, the judge pays the price for his choice, and the case returns to square one. Will starts searching for evidence again to clear his name, aiming to uncover Hannibal's true colors. He's the most elegant chef I've ever seen, cooking ingredients like a melodious symphony. Every person who provides ingredients for Uncle Bal ends up in his collection. When Uncle Bal feels like cooking himself, he generously offers them the precious chance to sit at his table and enjoy a meal together. The fishtail, it's simply fantastic, just fantastic. As the two savor a delicious meal, the police discover a peculiar corpse covered in honeycomb.